on the stature. So we should have idea about what ServiceNow is, what it can do, where it can be utilized, what are the different roles associated with it, and we should specifically use the right terminology when we are talking about any software too. So ServiceNow basically, as I'll say this thing, if someone asks me what ServiceNow is, so I can say that ServiceNow is organization and software tool as well. So what do you mean by this is, so you might have seen, you might have heard about Java, you might have heard about what is Oracle, you might have heard about AutoCAD, etc. So these are all software, or you can say these are all toolism which are utilized to build application. So what do you mean by application is, for example, let us say you know, on the account side, you might also see a Tally, right? So basically Tally, if you talk about Tally, like, it have all accounts, payable, accounts receivable, all account detail, etc. over there. This Tally is a software provided by one of Garden and Reason, and you can directly utilize that tool, and you can have all your business operations working on that. This Tally software or this tool will not be in a position to you can utilize that tool and you cannot make the application out of it. But whereas Java, Oracle, etc., these are the software tools where you can utilize those software and build applications on. When I say the application example, for example, let us say, for example, you go to a hotel. Like if you go to a hotel and there you will have ordered the breakfast, stuff kind of, you ordered EDA, you ordered fuchsia, etc. And when you go to the counter, right, they'll be having a small machine. They, when you ask for it, they'll enter some items over there, and the beep is generated. What you see over here, like the how the software that is built behind that hardware, right? Behind that machine, and it uses, it needs some technology, or it needs some software tool through which the application has been built. And that in that specific case, Java is one of the language. Java is one of the language, or Oracle is one of the language where you can utilize that and make that application. On the similar lines, when you talk about ServiceNow, ServiceNow is an organization which which works on a tool called as, the name of the tool also is ServiceNow, and the organization is also ServiceNow. It has its headquarters in Ellison. And then it has got its branches in, almost most of the major countries. And in Hyderabad also, we have a ServiceNow entity located in Madhapur. So you can say that ServiceNow is an organization which builds the ServiceNow tools. And when I say about the ServiceNow tool, as you guys were mentioning that we have something called as IKSM, we have something called as CSM. So in ServiceNow terminology, these are all as models. So generally what happened, before going into this module, let us try to understand what is the scope of ServiceNow in current day industry. So when you look into the industry, right, current industries, my voice is audible and clear, right? You guys can hear it. I just want to make sure that I'm just not continuously speaking from my side of me being connection being lost. Hello? Yes, sir. Yeah. And I'm busy now to feel like there is something that you need to pause and ask. You can definitely do that. You can pause at any point and then asking if there have any questions, or if there have any doubts. And similarly at the end also, there is a big, you can ask questions. So if we come from the industry point of view, there are basically two types of industries. One is called as service industries. Another one is product-based industry. For example, if you